guys, just getting ready to get started. Just make sure the camera is positioned. That's okay. So hi guys, welcome. If you're watching this class back, it is being recorded live. Ooh. Hi Gemma. Nice to see everybody. Hey. So we'll get started in a moment. If you've got a mat, a yoga mat, fab, great, use that. If not, don't worry, you just need a space that is big enough for your body so that you can lie down on the floor and that you can move around a little bit so you're not going to knock anything over, just making sure we keep safe. Tonight's practice, we're going to be using a few props, so don't worry, you just need maybe a blanket or an extra jumper and a pillow, a cushion, something that you can use to prop your body up as we move through practice. So we will be doing a little bit of dynamic movement, but interwoven with lots of moments of pause where we can just stop and try and turn our minds off and just completely relax. So just wait for a few more people to join. We'll give it another minute or two. If you haven't practiced yoga before, welcome. If you haven't practiced with me, my name's Claire. Yeah, and we're going to get started in a moment. Just do what feels good for you today. There's no right, there's no wrong. So if you have any injuries or I'm telling you to do something, it doesn't feel good or you lose your way, don't worry. Just join back in or take breaks as and when you need. So a few more people signing in now. Yay, hi Jennifer. Hi Jude. So nice that so many of you can join me this evening. This video will be recorded and saved on my Facebook page, so if you want to watch it back at any time, you can do. Okay guys, I think we'll get started. I've got a little bit of music playing in the background. Hopefully you can hear it and it's not too much of a distraction. We'll see how it goes. Okay, right guys, we'll get started. So if you come to your mats, we're going to start lying down on our backs. So just stretch yourself out, coming onto your mat or onto the floor. Have the soles of the feet together and just let the knees fall away. Now I'm going to use my pillows here, so I've got a cushion, I'm going to prop it under my knee and a pillow right under the other one. So soles of the feet together, knees falling away. Relaxing your body down on the floor, down on your mats. Hands can rest down the side of your body or come onto your belly, or maybe you rest them in your heart space. Just take a few moments, investigate where feels nice, where you can find a little bit of stillness. And let your eyes close. And start to focus on your breath. Noticing the air move in and out of the body without control. Feeling it move in around the nose, the mouth. Maybe feeling the chest, the belly rise and fall. And just letting everything sink down into the mat. Using your pillows, your cushions, or maybe a rolled up blanket or your jumper underneath the thighs, just to take the effort out of this pose, bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together. Relaxing your shoulders, relax down into the mat. So taking a few moments out at the start of our practice to try and tune our awareness into our own body. So starting off by just thinking about the room that you're in, the four walls. Maybe you can hear your household going about its business in the background. Just noticing any sounds and seeing if you can tune them out. Tune them out by focusing on your breath. Let your body feel heavy. Let everything feel relaxed. And just starting to bring a little bit more control to your breath. Seeing if you can close your mouth and start to breathe in and out through the nose. Trying to lengthen your inhale and match the exhale. Now seeing if you can send your breath deep down into your belly. Belly rises, belly falls as you exhale. And if your breath feels stuck, if it feels stuck in your chest or maybe even in the back of your throat, bringing the hands onto your belly and seeing if you can send the breath there, feeling the hands move up and move down. Eyes are closed. And just taking a few moments to really tune into your breath, working through these cycles, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, matching exhale. So tonight's practice is all about balance. It's about yin and yang, a combination of moving through slightly more energetic poses and then peppering in lovely moments where we can just find some stillness. And I want you to try and come to tonight's practice without any judgments or expectations. I think often we think that the moving part of our practice will be harder, when often the stillness can be just as challenging or more challenging for the mind. So make yourself a little promise that you'll show yourself some compassion as we move through our practice this evening. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And slowly bringing some awareness into your body. Just maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, your eyes can stay closed. Take the hands to the outside of the thighs and help them in together. So drawing the knees in together. Bringing the knees in towards the chest, wrapping your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug. And gently rock from side to side, massaging into the lower back. So just finding some stillness here now. Keep your big toes together. And we're going to just circle the knees. So separate the knees. Just do nice big circles, doing it 3 times one way. And then 3 times the other. Breathing into the belly, nice big deep breath. Breathing out. And once you've done that 3 times, just squeezing the knees into the chest one more time. And just popping any props out of the way. Just moving your pillow. Rolling over to the side and pushing yourself up to a seated position. So come to sit with your legs crossed or stretched out in front of you. So just finding a comfortable seat. Welcome to keep your eyes closed or maybe starting to flicker, let the light in. Bringing the back of the hands to rest on the knees, shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Breathing through the nose, and as you exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Exhale. And again, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose. Exhale. Bringing your right hand down, lift the left arm up by your ear, gently reach over to the side. Moving back through center, inhale, right arm lifts. Coming back through center, doing this 2 more times. Move with your breath. Starting to connect breath and movement together now, right hand lifts. So knowing that if you're moving out of time with me, if you're moving with your own breath, that's absolutely fine. There'll be moments of stillness where we can all meet together. When you've done that 3 times on each side, bringing the back of the hands to rest on the knees, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing in and out through your nose. Really nice, guys. Crossing over now, coming into an all fours position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet flat to the floor. Lightly draw your belly in, gaze towards the top of the mat. And as you inhale, drop the belly to the floor, lift your chest, lift your tail, gaze up. Exhaling, push the mat away, chin to chest, navel to spine, round through the back. And again, moving with your breath. pushing the hands down, rounding through the spine. So keep moving now through this little cat-cow sequence. Keeping your arms and legs still, so finding movement from your hips. Getting a nice deep, juicy stretch all down your back, through the lower, mid, upper spine, all the way into the neck. Keep on moving and breathing. Really nice, guys, doing well. Coming back through a neutral spine after your next round. Take your knees wide here, as wide as the mat. Big toes touch but don't cross. Push your hips back to your heels, arms reach forward, forehead comes down to the floor, finding child's pose. And if your forehead doesn't find the floor, stack one fist on top of the other, just bringing the floor up to you. Arms are relaxed, so soft bend in the elbows, shoulders away from your ears. And really let the belly hang between your thighs, so no sucking it in, just let it go. Breathe into the back of the body. Letting the area between your eyebrows, your third eye, just push down into the mat. It's where your intuition, your wisdom lives. And just taking your attention there. Breathing through it. Breathing in and out through your nose. So by focusing on our breath and breathing, moving at the same time, we're really tuning into that mind-body connection. So if the mind starts to wander, it's okay, just observe it, notice where it's going, and come back to the breath. Next inhale brings you back up into your all fours position. So start off with your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and then you're going to walk your hands forward, spreading the fingers nice and wide, middle finger, first finger facing forwards. Curl your toes, hover your knees, and as you inhale, lift your hips up to the ceiling. So finding our downward facing dog. It's our first one, so let's walk it out. Nice gentle movement, swaying through the hips, getting a stretch into the back of the legs, into your calves and your hamstrings. Really nice, guys. Just keep pedaling it out here. You need to find a top that doesn't ride up every time I go upside down. You think I'd have this nailed? Let's have a little tuck in. So walking it out and then finding stillness. So if your heels don't find the floor, then that's okay. Just soften through the knees and focus on a nice flat back here. So head is heavy, ears are in line with elbows or your arms. Tailbones lifted high, belly's in, just breathe. So listen carefully now, we're going to work through a little flow sequence here. So as you inhale, I want you to ripple the body forward. So you're rolling forward, coming into a nice high plank position. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips are dipping, toes are curled, pushing out through your heels. Belly's in, gaze towards the top of the mat. Dropping down to the knees now, uncurl your toes, push your hips back. Finding a child's pose, legs are together, forehead comes down. Inhale, rock the body weight forward, curl your toes, lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. Head is heavy, take a breath. As you inhale, start to ripple the body forward, so just moving forward, finding your high plank position, pushing up in between the shoulder blades, arms are really strong here, gaze towards the top of the mat. Drop down to your knees, uncurl your toes, push your hips back, arms stretch forward, child's pose. And again, inhale, all fours, curl your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, rock the body weight forward, finding your high plank pose. Shoulders over wrists, hands push firmly down into the mat, belly's in, nice tight core. Drop down to your knees, uncurl your toes, pushing your hips back, finding child's pose. Forehead comes down. Next, inhale draws you up into an all fours position. So if you've got a pillow or a cushion or a blanket, you might need it for this one. So just grab it to the side. You're on your all fours position, rock your body weight forward, hug your elbows in, and slowly start to lower down to the floor. So coming down with control, elbows hug in, all the way down to the mat. Fingertips fall underneath the shoulders, elbows hug in tightly, tops of the feet push down to the floor. And as you inhale, start to draw your head forward, slowly peeling your chest up off the mat. There's no weight in your hands here, so maybe hovering the hands an inch off the floor. Squeeze your elbows in, shoulders relax down. Breathing here, baby cobra. Lift the chest and change. Chest comes down to the floor. Make a little pillow with your hands, resting the forehead on the back of your hands here. And you can kick the heels in towards your bottom and gently windshield wiper legs right to left, left to right. Just getting a little bit of movement, releasing any tension in the lower back. And then sending your legs back behind you. Guys, if you have any issues with your lower back, feel free to repeat that pose, or you can sit this one out. Maybe just stack one fist on top of the other and just enjoy this moment of stillness. But if you're ready to go a little bit further, coming into Sphinx pose, so elbows underneath your shoulders, making sure your wrists are in line with your elbows, and you're coming up onto your forearms. So really just relax your bottom, relax your legs back behind you. Just coming up here, chins parallel to the floor. If your shoulders are up by your ears, just shrugging them down, relaxing them down. And if you'd like to take this a little bit more restoratively, then you can use your pillow and just maybe propping it under your chest. I'm not making that look very easy. So maybe just having a little pillow there just to help take the stress, take the pressure, the effort out of this pose. We're going to hold this for a few minutes, so holding some of our postures a little bit longer than others. This can be the most challenging part for our mind. So really tapping into the breath, really using it just to identify any areas of tightness and letting it act as an anchor for the mind. So as the mind wanders, just acknowledge those thoughts, acknowledge where it goes, but come back to the breath, come back to this present moment. Keep on breathing, you're doing well. Okay guys, you're welcome to stay here. If you have any issues with your back, please stay here or come out. Otherwise, we're going to take this up a notch. Walking the hands forward, so coming to the outside edge of the mat. Palms pushed down, straightening off through your arms, getting a deeper heart opening pose, deeper back bend here. No compression in the lower back, so you shouldn't feel any pain here. If you are, come out the stage. No one's pushing you. It's quite often ourselves, our ego, that just wants us to go further, to do more, do better. But just accept that where you are is enough. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the nose. So we'll just be here for a few more breaths. Relaxing the shoulders down, breathing. Nice guys, and change. Removing any pillows or props from out of the way. Palms are down on the floor. Get my words out. Relax your forehead on the back of your hands and kick the heels in towards your bottom. Gently windshield wiping your legs. Release any tension in the lower back. Let it go. Really nice. Moving side to side. Sending your legs back behind you now. Fingertips come underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in tightly. Push down with the palms, and after 3, we're going to push up to our all fours. 3, 2, 1, push up. Coming up through your knees, curl your toes, hips up high, downward facing dog. Lift those hips, heels come down. Breathing here, in and out through your nose. Lovely. Gaze towards the top of the mat. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. So just taking small steps all the way to the top of the mat. Standing with your feet so they're hip distance apart. So that's just a 2 fist width gap, and you have a nice big bend in your knees here, belly on thighs. Taking hold of opposite elbows, let your head go, shake your head, yes, no, a few times. And keeping your head still, gently sway your upper body, moving right to left, left to right. Ragdoll, releasing tension in the back. Nice counter pose to our back bend, our heart opening pose we've just done on the floor. Coming back through center, release your hands down to the floor, tuck your chin to chest and slowly start to uncurl. Slower than you want, rounding up, rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way up to standing, coming to find mountain pose. So make sure that the feet, you can have your feet together or just stable underneath you. So feet underneath your hips, shoulders roll back and down, arms hang heavy by your side. So another opportunity to come back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. As you inhale, reach your arms up overhead, stretch them up to the sky, reach up, stretch up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through center, hands in prayer. And again, nice big breath in, reaching up, stretching up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through center, hands in prayer. Nice, one more time, big breath in, reaching up, stretching up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through center, hands come down in prayer, hinging from your hips now, bending your knees on the way down. Plant your hands down either side of your feet, step back with your right foot. Drop your right knee down, uncurl your toe. Planting the right hand down, lift the left arm up, twist. Stacking left shoulder on top of right, maybe gazing up towards the left thumb if that feels good for your neck. And watching that your left knee doesn't wing out to the side, so squeezing it in, keeping knee in line with hip. Gentle twist of the mid-spine, inhale, exhale. Left hand comes down to frame your foot. Really nice, guys. Curling the back toe, lift your knee. And as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, so finding a nice high lunge. Okay, let's break this down a little bit here. So your left knee needs to be bent, left knee stacked over left ankle. And just let your right knee start to bend a little bit behind you so you can really tilt your hips forward, pushing the hips forward. Now see if you can straighten off through your right leg. Oh, really tighten the hips like me. This will be quite challenging. Maybe your legs are already wobbling, shaking. Relax your shoulders though, breathe into it. Dropping the back foot down, 45 degrees, open up through your arms, finding warrior two. So arms stretching in opposite directions. Make sure that your heels are in line with each other here, bending through your left knee. So we're going to work through another little flow sequence here, so really tapping into our yang energy. So inhaling, start to reach forward, bringing the left elbow to rest on the left knee, right arm up and over by your ear, palm faces down, side angle. Inhale, arms move through center, so legs are staying still, just the arms moving. Right arm down, left arm lifts, reverse warrior. And again, moving through center. Arms reach in opposite directions, inhaling, stretching forward, left elbow, left knee, right arm up and over by your ear. Inhale through center, right hand down, left hand lifts, gazing up or maybe down. One more time, hands come through center. As you inhale, reach forward, left elbow, left knee, right arm up and over by your ear. And change, hands through center. Inhale, left arm up, right arm down. Maybe gazing down towards the right toes or up towards the left hand. Really nice, and change. Coming back through center. Hold it here, take a breath. Windmill your arms down, left hand comes down, followed by the right. Spinning on your back toes, gazing forward towards the top of the mat. Step the right foot in to meet the left. Let your arms and head hang heavy, let everything go here. Have a soft bend in the knee, maybe taking hold of opposite elbows again, gently swaying side to side, shaking your head, yes, no. And coming back through center, release your hands to the floor, draw chin to chest and slowly start to uncurl. Slowly rounding up, one vertebrae at a time. Chin lifts last. Shoulders roll back and down, arms hang heavy by your side, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up overhead, reaching up, stretching up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through center. And again, nice big breath in. Palms touch, exhale, hands through center, hands in prayer. And again, one more time, inhaling, reaching up, stretching up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through center, hinging from the hips now, forward folding. All the way down, bend your knees on the way down. Planting your hands either side of your feet. Step back with your left foot. Dropping the left knee down, uncurl your toe. Left hand plants down, right hand lifts as you twist. Stacking two shoulders. Gazing up towards the right thumb or out towards the side of your room, wherever you are. Twisting from the mid-spine. Pushing down firmly with the left hand with the right foot. Breathing here. And change. Lovely. Right hand comes down. Curl your back toe, lift your knee, and as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, finding our nice high lunge. So taking a moment just to focus on our alignment here, bending through the right knee stacked over right ankle. So I like just to soften through my back leg so I can really tilt my hips forward, push them forward, starting to feel this down the front of the left thigh into the groin, shoulders are relaxed. And then seeing if I can really straighten off through my left leg. Hold it here. Guys, you're doing well. Stick with me. Breathing in and out through your nose. Dropping your back foot down 45 degrees, open out through your arms, finding warrior two. So bending through the front knee, make sure it stays bent, right knee over right ankle. And your heels should be in line with each other, so checking down at your feet. Nothing wrong with taking a moment just to find the right alignment. And then as we inhale, starting to reach forward, bringing right elbow, right knee, left arm up and over by your ear. Exhale, bringing the hands back through center, reaching the right arm up, left arm down. And again, hands through center. Nice, guys. Move with your breath. Reaching forward. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm up and over. Side angle. Moving back through center. Lovely. Inhale. Right arm up, left arm down. And again, one more time. Arms come through center. Big breath in. Reaching forward. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm over by your ear. Palm faces down. And changing. Coming through center. Lifting the right arm up, left arm down. Squeezing your muscles to the bone here, so not just hanging out in our poses, squeezing the thighs, working hard. And change, hands through center. Hold it here. Oh, thighs should be burning now. Mine certainly are. And change, windmill your arms down. Right hand followed by the left. Spinning on your back toes. Stepping the right foot back behind you this time. Coming into downward facing dog. So take a moment here. If you need to walk it out, pedal through your hips. Get a bit of movement going into the back of the legs. That might feel quite nice. And then holding it still. So listen carefully now. As you inhale, lift your right leg up, point your toes. Rock the body weight forward and plant the right knee on the outside of the right wrist. Your shin is coming diagonally across your mat. So as you start to slide your left leg back, the right foot is resting in your left hip crease. So coming into pigeon pose, your right shin's coming at a 45-degree angle across the mat. If you've got a bit more space in your hips, then perhaps it's more parallel to the top of the mat. If it is, flex your foot. I'm just going to take a couple of moments here before we come down into this pose, pigeon. If you've got a pillow, then it would be really nice to use this to prop your body up when you come down. If you haven't got props, don't worry, you can still come down into the pose. And perhaps if you've got a cushion, it might feel nice to pop it underneath your right butt cheek, just to, again, just take the effort out of the pose. So wherever you are now, guys, if you're ready, open up through your chest, and then slowly start to fold down. Maybe coming down onto your pillow, or perhaps onto your forearms. And stack one fist on top of the other. And wherever you are in this pose, seeing if you can let go of any tension in your body. So really not trying to squeeze or engage any of our muscles here. This is about releasing, letting go. Your body should be in the centre line, so not off to one side, but apart from that, let gravity do its thing, let it pull your body down to the floor. And as it does, stretching into the right hip, into the thigh, releasing any tension here. So you should never feel any pain, particularly in your knees. If you are, guys, please come out of this pose. You can always message me afterwards if you didn't quite get something or something didn't quite feel right. I'm really happy to give you modifications to help you out with your own practice. But just as we're here in this pose, really letting everything go, coming to the breath, let your eyes close. So we'll just be here for another minute. If your mind starts to wander, notice where it's going. Notice what you're telling yourself, the voice in your head, the little voice on your shoulder. And see if you can just come back to your breath. Scanning through your body, noticing if you're clenching your fists, holding any tension in your shoulders, the jaw. Really see if you can release that and let it go. I'm just here for a few more breaths. Slowly bringing a little bit of awareness into your body, wherever you are, coming back up onto the palms of the hands, just moving any props out of the way. Just give yourself time, give yourself, your body, a chance to awaken. Planting your hands down firmly, curl your back toe, draw your belly in, and as you inhale, send the right leg back up in the air behind you, pointing your toes. Right foot comes down to meet the left, downward facing dog. If you need to walk it out here, get the blood flowing in the right leg. Just pedaling out through the heels again. And then holding it still and just having a little scan of your body. How does the right hip, the right leg feel to the left? Notice any feelings, physical, any sensations, and just let it go. Inhale, lift your left leg up, point your toes. Same thing, other side. Rock the body weight forward, planting the left knee on the outside of the left wrist. Shins coming diagonally across the mat. Sliding the right leg away, release your toes. Letting the hips sink down here. And taking a moment to get any props that you need, blanket or jumper. Just wedging it underneath your bottom. Maybe using your pillow. Just to bring the floor up to you. And when you're ready, slowly lowering down. Maybe making a pillow with your hands, a little fist, one fist on top of the other. And releasing your body down onto the floor. Let everything go. Let it all go. Maybe your eyes are closed. If you're fighting your busy mind, just see what happens if you give into it. Let the thoughts come. Let them come, just acknowledge them and imagine them just floating by like clouds in the breeze. So quite often in mindfulness and meditation we have this great pressure, this expectation that we put on ourselves to clear our mind and sit there in complete stillness, complete empty mind, in a pure state of bliss. The reality is that it's not about that. It's really about bringing awareness into your mind, so you can acknowledge how you're feeling, acknowledge what's going on, and creating that space to do so. Coming back to your breath, letting the body feel heavy. So we'll be here for a few more breaths. Notice if you're holding any tension. As you exhale, let go. Slowly now, bringing a little bit of awareness into your body. No rush. Eyes can stay closed. Moving any props or cushions, whatever you're using, out of the way. Coming up onto the palms of the hands. Just taking a moment, opening up through your chest. Curling your back toes, lift your knee. Draw your belly in, and as you inhale, send the left leg back up in the air behind you, pointing the toes. Left foot comes down to meet the right, downward facing dog. It's our last time here, so do what you need to do. Do what feels good for your body. Maybe finding stillness, maybe walking through the feet. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Holding it still now, hold it still here. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. As you exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Let it go. Nice big sigh out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Rocking the body weight forward. We're going to come down into a seated position now. So you can stay stretched out on your mat. I'm just going to turn around to face you so you can see me. If you are using cushions, pillows, blankets, whatever it is, have them handy. Coming into a forward fold, so we're going to start by sitting up straight, and for some of us, might feel quite nice to sit on a pillow or a cushion. Just helps to tilt the hips forward a little bit here. Just investigate, play around with what feels good for you. Maybe your legs need a little bit of propping, so if you've got a jumper, I'm just going to put the blanket underneath my knees just to help keep them soft. And as you inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing your hands down, hands fall either side of your feet, palms face up. Just coming into a forward fold. Again, if you want a little bit more support here, taking a pillow or a cushion, and perhaps just letting your body rest down over the legs. So just rounding through the spine here. Starting to take everything down. starting to calm the body. Getting ready for our final pose. Slowly now starting to bring your arms up overhead. Reaching them back up, nice big stretch, stretch your arms away. Just popping anything that you're using over to one side. We're going to come back down to the floor now, guys, so just making yourself a little bit of space. Have your blanket to hand and your pillows, we might use them in a moment. Your legs stretched out in front of you, reaching the arms away from the body, lightly touching to chest. Have a bend in the knees and slowly start to lower down to the floor. Keep the belly in, navel to spine, all the way down. Releasing your legs the width of the mat, arms come down the side of your body. Breathe, just breathe here, let it all go. Gently hugging the knees in towards the chest, wrapping your arms around your legs. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Bring your hands out to the side and drop your knees down to the left. Doesn't matter if the knees don't come down, make sure both shoulders stay on the floor. Gaze up to the ceiling or up and over your right shoulder. Gentle twist of the mid-spine. If your knees don't come down to the floor, using a pillow or a cushion, bring the floor up to you. Knees through center, gaze through center. Dropping the knees down to the right, gazing up to the ceiling or up and over your left shoulder. Maybe your eyes are starting to close. Stay with your breath. Your knees back through center, head through center, hug the knees in towards your chest. Kicking the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and seeing if you can take hold of the feet from the outside, drawing the knees in towards your armpits. If you can't quite reach your feet, just take hold of the thighs or the ankles, the calves, whatever you can. And just pull the knees down in towards your armpits. Push your bottom back on the floor, happy baby pose, getting a stretch into the groin area. Might feel nice to rock from side to side here, happy baby. Perhaps straightening off one leg, then the other. Have a little play around now with whatever you need to do, so any last minute movements that your body needs to make. And then when you're ready, stretching yourself out the length of the mat. Let your feet flop open. Release the hands down the side of the body. If you've got a blanket, feel free to cover yourself over. Maybe turn off the lights. Options to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees flop open like they did at the start of class. Making whichever shape feels good for your body. Let your eyes close and let the breath return back to its natural rhythm. Your whole body feels relaxed, just letting it sink down into the floor. Releasing through any tension in the toes, in your feet, and in your ankles. Feeling the calf muscles, the thigh muscles melt away from the bone down into the floor. Relaxing the knees and the hips.
your body pressing down on the mat. Let your shoulders relax. Let your arms and hands, fingers, all feel heavy. Releasing any tension in your jaw. Relax the furrowing of the brow. And if the mind starts to wander, simply focus back in on your breath. And even though it's no longer controlled, still noticing the path of the breath as it moves in and out of the body, as the belly rises and the belly falls. Your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. So all you need to do now is really let go. I'll let you know when the next few minutes is up. Just let your eyes stay closed. Let it all go.
Please feel free to stay here for as long as you can, enjoying this final resting pose, Savasana corpse pose. It's where you'll reap all the benefits of the last 45 minutes. I'm going to leave you here this evening, guys. Enjoy. Namaste.